A lot of women are complaining that we're in a male loneliness epidemic. I completely rebuke that. I believe we're in a female delusion epidemic, where the hoflation is running rampant. We must get fire extinguishers to make it stop. If it doesn't stop now, think about it in 5 years from now. 3s are going to think they're 10s. Oh, wait a minute, we're already here. I got a banger from the wall. Let's get straight into it.
You know what's offensive? Dating apps in your 30s. Do you know what's more offensive? When the people in your life who are in relationships or married or dating look at you with pity and they say, just keep trying. Your time's coming. It'll happen when you least expect it. Just get out there and meet people. No. Have you been on Hinge lately? Have you been on Hinge in 2025? If the answer is no, you are not allowed to give me your opinion.
She looks like Marlon Wayans when he was in White Chicks.
Shots fired!
Like, I'm 31, and this whole meeting people organically out and about thing, I just don't think it exists anymore. I don't think people communicate in person. So we've been trying the dating apps. Let's start by Hinge. Offensive. The most offensive thing is when the little prompt comes up on Hinge and it says, we think you two are the most compatible, and then you see who they're thinking you're compatible with. I'm like,
wait till these women finally figure out that Hinge is recommending you guys that they think are on your attractiveness level. This is what I'm saying. The hoflation is crazy, bro. These women all think they're 10s. They all want men that are 10 out of 10 guys, the best looking guys. The thing is, if he's good enough for you, he's good enough for a few. Shibananaya should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt.
Like, that's what I'm bringing in. So it's a me issue. And then we have Tinder. Tinder is only good if you're overseas and you're in Europe. And that's really if you want to hook up with a hot European man. They are very sexy. But like in America, you're going to get kidnapped.
Tell us a little bit more about your bop lore.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Love hearing the bop lore. It's beautiful stuff. It really is. It's good.
And you won't be alive if you go on Tinder. And then we have Bumble. Bumble's a lot of work. I don't like to do all the work. I feel like I have to do
Bumble's for feminists.
So much work in my real life as a girl. No, I don't want to message you. I'm sorry. And last but not least, we have this magical app called Raya, which is like very exclusive. All the people not on Raya, they want to be on Raya. Let me tell you, no, you don't. You don't want to be on Raya. They're matching you with people in Dubai, people in freaking Australia, people in Europe. No one where you live. And then if you do come across someone where you actually live and you do match with them, no one speaks. No one speaks. And if you do match with someone and you message them and they respond or vice versa, you're never going to meet up. Raya is not for that. Raya is to see what famous person you come across, see if you can match with them. Maybe you'll hook up with them and have a good story, and that's that. And welcome to dating in 2025. So if you're not on a dating app, congratulations. Life is great. Do not give me your opinion.
Yikes, brother, man. It's crazy. But that's what it is. All the average women think they qualify for above average men, and all the women are going for the same men.
I'm 35.
Why do you think you don't have a relationship right now?
Honestly, like, I'm very educated and I'd like someone on that level.
When you say educated, give me the stats.
I'm a lawyer. I have a law degree and I have a master's. So I feel...
Baby girl, you might as well stay single. Chat, let me know how many men right now in the chat want to date a woman that's a lawyer. Oh, you're telling me that I get to be with an argumentative woman? Yeah, that's a no for me, dude. Absolutely not. The last thing I want to do is date a woman that's a lawyer.
Shots fired!
Like, I need someone...
Imagine you're eating dinner and she's just trying to cross-examine you. Like, how do you like the broccoli? Oh, I think it's good. And what do you mean by good? Good enough for you, or great? Oh my God, baby, I love it. Which one? Like, it'd be so exhausting, bro.
And on that level, at least, to be able to have intellectual conversations.
But do you think if you met a man who had those same stats and you didn't have any, that he would be looking at you the same way?
Well, that's why for women it's harder, you know? Like, we want to date on our level or above, and men will take on their level and below.
That's because men are the true romantics, and all you ladies are shallow.
Shots fired!
You know, and like the higher up you climb, even on the education or salary ladder, it's harder to find someone equivalent or higher.
So in other words, men usually tend to settle in relationships.
I don't think so. I think it's just, you know, like, woman wants an alpha, right? And for men, like, they're not looking for an alpha necessarily.
But break down the psychology
The last thing we're looking for actually is an alpha. Focus here. Focus. Thank you, camera.
for me. Why do you ladies as a woman want a man who is either on the same level or superior to you in whatever sense?
Well, it's because you respect them more. You know, you want a guy that you can look up to, essentially. And when you look up to someone who's smarter than you, who has more going, like more income, more education, everything, it creates like a healthy dynamic within a relationship. You know, like a woman is safe to be a woman and sink into her feminine energy.
Stop it. Get some help.
I hate this whole sink into the feminine energy. I hate this whole thing. You're either feminine or you're not, bro. This is why I say women become prisoners of their own success and men become free agents of their success. As a woman becomes more and more successful, she becomes a prisoner of her own success. The dating pool's smaller. Women start out with an ocean of men. When they're 18 years old, they have an ocean of men to pick from. That ocean then becomes a lake. That lake then becomes maybe a small pond. That pond becomes like a swimming pool. That swimming pool turns into a kiddie pool. The kiddie pool turns into a puddle, and then the puddle turns into a little bottle cap, about that big. And that's the water. That's the amount of men that you got to pick from. But the thing is, the men in that bottle cap is floating around in the sea. So they got all the options. Women become prisoners of their own success. Chat, put one in the chat if you agree. And as men gain success and accolades and further their career, they become more of a free agent. They have more options. So this woman saying, I want a guy that's on my level or higher, is because women are shallow and they're hypergamous. They want the best of the best. They want to wait at the finish line and they want to pick the winners. That's the problem. And they have unrealistic standards from themselves because they've been told, oh, since I have an education, I qualify for a guy that's on this level. No, you don't. No, you don't. If a lot of these women would settle for men that make the same or less, a lot of these women would be in happy relationships, but they think they're too good.
You're gonna find them. You're so young. You have time. Look, you don't have to reassure me because at this point, I don't even want to find him. I don't want to find him.
You're a liar!
And I'm okay with not finding him. Why? Because it's just so funny when you say to someone like, I have accepted that maybe I'll never get married. Maybe I will never have children. Maybe I will never find my person. People are like, oh my God, no, don't say that. Like, it's the worst thing you could possibly say. Like, when I say that, I am not saying it as like a pity party. Like, oh, I'll never find.
Well, it's sad. It really is. Because it's saying that you're not fit for a relationship. And like, as a woman, that's what y'all yearn for. You want it, you complain about it, you cry about it all the time. I mean, you can say everything that you want. Like, this chick can say whatever she wants. She's still on TikTok saying dating be like. It's not a good look for you, boo-boo. It's not a good look. You're complaining about it. You're crying about it on. So if it didn't mean anything, guess what? You wouldn't say anything. Because chat, here's my philosophy on this. Things that don't matter to you, you don't talk about. Right? Let me give you an example. Water polo. I don't give a pee-waddly crap about water polo. Have I ever made a single video about water polo? No.
How about no?
I never have. This is the first time I've ever talked about water polo. And for some of you guys who've been watching for a long time, do I ever talk about water polo? What about lacrosse? Do I talk about lacrosse? Do I talk about being a doctor? No, I don't, because it doesn't matter to me. That stuff doesn't matter to me. Things that don't matter to people, they don't talk about. So ladies, if you're sitting there talking about it, more than likely it matters to you.
Gotcha, bitch!
I'm a person, like, listen, look at the research. The happiest group of people are single women. So maybe I should be telling you.
I love it. I love it. They always use that. You can't gauge happiness. This is such a BS statistic, in my opinion. How do you gauge happiness? Hey, are you happy? Yeah, I'm happy. People lie all the time. That's not something you can quantify.
So sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding because whatever. Like, you want to be in a relationship, married. Of course, like, I would like to get married, but I'm also like,
there it is. I would like to get married. I would like to be in a relationship, but you don't qualify.
Shots fired!
Very okay. Well, I don't want to say very okay, but like, I'm okay, and I acknowledge that that might not happen, and it's not.
You're a liar!
Not in a pessimistic way. It's just a realistic way, and it's also with the realization that there are like pros and cons to anything in life, right? People, we have this like mindset of like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is just my PSA, my reminder to anyone who feels like that's what they're supposed to do. Like,
single women keep women single, misery loves company. And she's going to say, this is your sign for other girlies to know that it's okay to be alone and buy cats and die alone.
You can want it and desire it, but you can also recognize there's a lot of great things to maybe not getting that thing that everyone's telling you need to get. So
right.
Be ready.
Yeah, yeah, girl. I love it. Yeah.
You can't make this shit up.
You literally
Half
can't make
of
it up.
Gen Z men no longer actively even trying to date. They're not even trying. And so the question is, well, why isn't that happening for women? Women, first off, are dating older. They want more economically and emotionally viable men, and that usually means older men. In addition, when young women are lonely, they have much better social networks. They have much stronger friend networks, whereas guys become kind of lone wolves and kind of literally sequestered from everyone and everything.
Here we see both sides.
I mean, he's got a point. He's got a point. That's why I say get your wolf pack, bro. Chat, let me know. I've been thinking about this. What if I started to do a paid community where you guys paid, you know, a certain amount a month, and then that paid group every month we met as a group, as a collective? The reason I would do it paid is because I want to differentiate the people that are serious versus not serious. Like I'm not doing it so much to make the money. I'm doing it more of because I'm doing well enough on YouTube that I don't like, oh, the extra $20 a month, you know what I mean? But I would do it to see who's serious. And people that are actually putting some skin in the game are going to be more serious and actually bring things to the table versus people that are like, yeah, I'm in the group, dude, I'm showing up. You know what I mean? So that's why I would do it. But what if we did a paid members group and we did a monthly call where everybody could come in, you could ask questions, and you could learn from each other? Would that be something you guys are interested in? Let me know in the comments. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd be interested in something like that. I've thought about it. I'm floating around the idea. So, and then we'll do the live streams maybe when we're do big milestones like 250,000 subscribers or things like that. And then we'll do the once a month call so you guys can actually directly talk to me instead of me just like talking to the chat, stuff like that. Loki, you want a treat? Free. Sit. Wait. Free. Go to your place. Yeah, so let me know. Would you guys enjoy something like that? I've had a few you guys reach out to me, and I have a lot of guys reach out to me and ask me questions. And I'm just busy enough with Cass being pregnant and me recording the videos and basically running this YouTube empire all on my own. So I think it'd be a good time to, like, instead of doing the live streams every week and just like sitting there we're really not accomplishing anything besides me just reading chats. We could do something where we met once a month and we actually got to talk. We actually got to, converse with each other, and like we could do call-in shows and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys would think. Dating in your 30s is hard. I'll show you something that's hard.
So no one ever talks about being 30 and single.
No, a lot of you ladies talk about this. No, it's not a no one, everybody. A lot of you ladies be talking about that.
I feel like with me, I think it's harder for me to date now because, I don't want to like waste my time with somebody who's not going to like put in the same effort that I'm going to put in. So it's becoming a little bit more hard for me to go out on date. I mean, I don't want to be single my whole life, but, I just struggle with it because a lot of the people nowadays, either male and females, they're not always on the same page as you. And some of them, they just, they just want to like mess around even though they're already...
Bro, this is why I say expectations get met and then they don't get... Or expectations get set, they don't get met, and people get upset. These single women be having the most astronomically high expectations for men they don't even know. Stop having your expectations. Just go into it looking to maybe have a good time and a good conversation. I almost biggity bet you'll have a much better time with this guy.
Old enough and, they don't want to settle. And it's like, I think I'm just going to stay single forever then.
It's not your choice. It's because no dude wants to pick you, baby girl.
Because, for myself, I am 30, single, never had kids, never been married. And I don't know if it's how long that's going to stay. Because deep down, I do want to date somebody, I do want to be, I want to have that opportunity, and date someone.
And okay. They usually do this. They say, I want to be with somebody. I want to be in a relationship really bad. And then they immediately contradict themselves.
And, just give love an opportunity. But at the same time, I'm scared. I want to, and then at the same time, I don't.
I love it.
I don't know.
No, you don't. It's just no guy wants to cuff you, bro.
I mean, I don't want to stay forever. I don't want to stay single forever either.
Like they beg, but then they say, it's like they're begging, but being like, I got my own money. Like, please just help me out, please. Can you just, please help me? But I don't need your help. I don't need your help. It's like, bro, make your mind up.
It's just hard. It's complicated. The older you get, you set more boundaries. You are more selective in who you want to spend your time with.
Yeah, your standard gets higher, or your standards get higher when the opposite should be true. Your standards should actually get a lot lower.
I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not the only one. I know there's
you're
people
not the only
out
one.
there.
There's a lot of
know,
y'all
that
ladies out
they
there.
probably have similar mentality as mine. I don't know.
Approach the man.
Yeah, the thing is as these ladies get older, they set higher expectations for the next man, when in reality, they should be lowering their standards.
Little hesitant to make this video because I don't want to like overshare, but at the same time, the last videos that I posted about Toronto dating, a lot of girls told me they like really resonate with them and they've had similar experiences. So here is my Toronto dating update. On 2 dates. Literally when I came here, I thought that I was going to be going on dates like every week with like different guys and like finding my person. But honestly, it's been really disappointing. So go back and watch my other one where you'll see kind of like what happened. And then since then, I went on another date with one guy. I actually met him at a bar when I was here in like September, and we kept in touch since then. And then he asked me to go out for a drink one night. It was like a Saturday night, and had such a good time. I was so funny because I was like telling my friends, I was like, oh my God, he bought my drink. He was asking me questions. He held the door for me. He walked me home, like literally the bare minimum. I liked him. I wanted to see him again.
That's the bare minimum now. Like I always say, bro, when expectations get set and they don't get met, people get upset. If he wouldn't have done those things, she would have been like, oh, he's not right. That's what these older women do. They set the bar higher and higher and higher and higher, when the opposite should be true, because your value's lower as your value's lower as an older woman, not higher.
And he was messaging me every single day, like throughout the day, multiple messages, but he never asked me to hang out again. And eventually I had to just like stop responding to him because I was always wondering, like, when is he going to message me again? Is he going to ask me to hang out? Like, it was just too much, and it just took up too much of my brain space. I felt so distracted, and I'm just like, I need to cut this off. So thank God that I did that, because he still hasn't asked me to hang out. And even if he asked me, I'd say no at this point. And then there was another guy more recently. We were supposed to go on a first date, hadn't met him before.
Can we get some bop lores in the chat? Love it when a woman tells her bop lore.
And like we could just not align on a time. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. I'll go out with him if it works out, but I'm not going to like bend over backwards and like change my schedule, because I've done that before where I deprioritize my friends when I had a boyfriend, and I'm not doing that this time. But in general,
no. Deprioritize your boyfriend. Keep your friends around. Keep your chicken-headed friends around. That's why you're alone already.
My kind of feeling of like dating right now is it just takes up so much of my energy, and I'm like, and for what? I'm like making myself anxious over like...
It takes up so much energy because it's one of the most valuable things we can have. Belonging, family, commitment. This is some of the most important things we have as humans to further our species. You ladies want it so bad. Good Lord. I paused it at the perfect time for her face. But you ladies yearn for it. You long for it. It's one of the like most rewarding things you can have in this life is having a family and kids, in my opinion. But you ladies don't want to do any work for it. You just want it to come to you, want it to be cool. I want to keep prioritizing my friends, not my man. It's like, bro, no wonder you ain't in a relationship. You sound like a child.
Like, what does this message mean? Oh, they looked at my story. Like, does that mean they want to hang out with me, but they're not asking me? I'm like, it just seems like every time there is even a guy in the picture, I like think about it way too much. And then when I'm focusing on myself and my friends, I just feel like I don't have a care in the world. I'm so happy, so carefree. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm still like open to dating, but I don't really know if it's my priority right now. Anyway, let me know what struggles you girls are going through. I'm sure we're all going through the same thing, and stay tuned for more updates. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
This girl, 30 years old, talking about, let me know, girly. Like, good Lord, man. And these women wonder why they're freaking alone. Dude, it's no wonder you're alone. You're a basket case. You have a guy talking to you, trying to be nice to you, trying to build a bond with you, and all you're worried about is all the random things that are going on. Like, bro, this is crazy to me. The overthinking is wild. The overthinking is absolutely wild. Isn't that right, Lokes? Aww. Such a good little boy. Ain't you a good boy? Oh my God, the Rizzler back there. The Rizzler's crazy back there. But yeah, man, it's wild to me that as women get older, they think their value goes up. The opposite is true. As you get older, ladies, your value goes down. As men get older, their value goes up. So I think if women realize that as they get older, they're not as wanted or valuable in the dating marketplace, they'd probably be a lot better because they'd lower their standards. But as women gain experience and trauma, their standards go up. Where the opposite should be true. It's truly sad. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.